Okay, so I had this 7 Days to Die server going for a little while. Had a few of us, I think 5 maximum at one time playing, and we played it for quite a while. I actually got some pretty heavily developed buildings going. Now, why is my motorcycle out of gas? Tell me I have no fuel on me. Oh, this is a bummer. But the time is coming, I think. I think interest is dying away, or we've gotten this game too far developed in this game to the point where, as we've all put it, we're no longer just surviving, we're thriving. So it's kind of gotten to the point where it's not all that interesting anymore. So I figured I would come in one last time and maybe give a tour of the house that we set up, kind of get a recording of the building as it sits now. Of course, the file will be saved. I'll be able to fire it up again one day and actually mess with it, do whatever. Oh my, zombies everywhere. Yeah, I got fuel, but I forgot to put it in the thing. Okay. Let's see if I got enough gas to actually get home. On my way back. Yeah. Yes, the mini bike is a bit bouncy going downhill. Makes it dangerous if the hill should happen to curve out from under you and down a long, nasty cliff, and you're doing all this bouncing. You have no rubber on the road to actually stop. It's a major bummer. Cinder blocks in your way, though, don't seem to be a really big deal. Home at last. Wonder if I could park the mini bike in the launch tunnel. Yes, the door's open. We built this tunnel anticipating, I think, the 28-day zombie horde, and I had gotten the idea from having exited the building one time. During a zombie horde, there were quite a number of zombies outside beating on our front door back when the door wasn't as reinforced as it is now. And what I did was I went around the back door. The zombies didn't really sense me, so I was able to just kind of sit there with the bow and arrows and pick them off pretty quickly and safely. We've since reinforced this door and entryway quite a bit. I mean, I've got a couple of videos of the zombie horde attacks and building that doorway, but the audio at the time was kind of bad, so I'll see if I can't clean it up and maybe post those videos as well at some point. Yeah, it's my reinforced entryway. Reinforced most of the building in concrete. Made us a working sink. Simple left click in there with empty jars. We'll fill it with clean water. No need to boil murky water again. Got lots of storage lined up. Got lots of food. I mean, we're styling. Food's not an issue. Medical supplies, plenty of that. Got a pretty well established little base going here. So like I said, with the difficulty level of the current game, it really wasn't much of a challenge any longer. In fact, yeah, this door I can just leave open. This was my original escape door. Snuck out that way and looped back around to the front to attack. I even opened this window. I'm pretty confident I'm not going to get harassed by anything. So I just knocked out the wall. Give us a vantage point upstairs. We've got another spot where we can sit and pick off zombies during the 7-day attacks. If we come out here, we can get on this catwalk and usually pick them off long before they get to the house. Let me seal this off. This was just a structure, one of those prefab structures in the game that was kind of run down. But when I first discovered it, I noticed it had this here forge, which is really nice to come across early game. Having the forge is a godsend before you can actually make one. So we moved in here and I just started making improvements. There used to be a bathroom here in this area that we got quite a few human turds and guns from right off the bat. But yeah, let me show you the tunnel. We dug this tunnel one night, like I was saying, because I thought it'd be nice to have an escape route since I concreted off the other escape door. Decided this would be a slick way to come around and nuke any zombies trying to attack our front door, and it works very nicely. What I also discovered is that if we open this door ahead of time, you can hop on a mini bike and launch out of there like a Viper coming out of the Battlestar Galactica. It's pretty fun. We kept the beverage cooler and some of the cupboards and stuff. And we're respawning loot on a fairly regular basis at first, so that kind of helped us build up some of our loot. I mean, we've got all kinds of clothing loot, gun parts, blueprints, building stuff. Sheer amount of stuff. More engines, car batteries. This is stuff I just picked up getting gas to get back here. Okay. But yeah, I've got the loot set to 200% in this game, so that might actually be, I had considered dropping that a bit if I'm going to fire up another game at some point in the future. Yeah, this was a pretty nice location, although I would have preferred not really to be in the desert or a dry zone. It turned out to be really nice because just over that hill up there is kind of a town. So, as you know, the towns, as long as you're equipped enough to fight off the zombies, it's like a buffet of loot most of the time. And I actually had discovered that in this, I don't know if it's part of this mod or whatever, but if you've got dirt, you can actually make grass blocks. Well, it doesn't show up. Let me see. Yeah, grassy ground. So I can actually craft grassy ground. I dug up some of the desert area and just started planting grass so we could turn the desert into a green area. Yeah, give me a little street light here. But, you know, I was going to keep on building it. Sundial over here built quite a nice garden. But, the time is coming to re-up on this server, so at which time I think if we don't have anybody interested in continuing on this particular game, I am either going to reset this game to a little higher difficulty with the same mod pack, using the Val mod pack, but using the expansion rather than the overhaul, so you're not forced into a class selection, but you get the perk of being able to select a class and get some points in that class's specific skill set. So you get some starting gear, you know, armor, weapons, a particular skill set designed for the class you chose, but you don't get locked out of all the other recipes like the Val mod overhaul does. Although I haven't tried the overhaul yet, I would like to, but I'll probably do that on a single player first before I subject people on a server to it, especially because it seems like it would kind of require a lot of teamwork with that particular mod, and everybody and their schedules being what they are, it's hard to get everybody down at the same time, ready to play all at once. And if you log on with a skill set, you can only do certain things and need somebody else to kind of do this or that to further your own progression. It gets frustrating. So I feel like, locking out a lot of recipes based on a skill set chosen on a server where not everybody would be on all the time would be kind of a bummer. Anyway, just wanted to give a tour of the house one last time before it possibly goes away. It's been hella fun, and hopefully at some point soon I'll get up some of that 7 Days Zombie Horde video going as well. Anyway, catch you all later.